What's up, gamers? After 6 years of waiting, vampire fans around the world got the surprise of their lives at Summer Game Fest 2025. That's right, Code Vein 2 is officially coming, and it's bringing some absolutely mind-bending new mechanics that could revolutionize the Souls-like genre forever. So here's what we know. Code Vein 2 drops in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XOS, and PC. Bandai Namco didn't just announce it, they threw us straight into a world that looks both familiar and completely transformed. The anime art style is back, but it's been cranked up to 11. We're talking next-gen visuals that make the character designs pop like never before. But here's where things get interesting. This isn't a direct sequel. We're getting a completely new world, new characters, and a story that Bandai Namco describes as transcending time. Yeah, you heard that right. Time travel is coming to the Souls-like genre, and Code Vein 2 might be the first game to actually pull it off in a meaningful way. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. What exactly does timeline hopping mean for gameplay? According to the developers, Code Vein 2 features a unique time manipulation mechanic where your actions in the past directly impact the future timeline. Picture this. You're exploring a ruined bridge in the present day, but through some mystical vampire magic, you can travel back in time to when that bridge was whole. Save it from destruction in the past, and suddenly you've opened up new paths and possibilities in the future. It's not just cosmetic either. We're talking about completely different quest lines, enemy placements, and story outcomes based on your temporal interventions. This isn't your typical reload a save file time travel. This is systemic, meaningful choice-making that could reshape entire sections of the game world. If they pull this off, it could be the innovation that sets Code Vein 2 apart from every other Souls-like on the market. But what about the combat that made the first game so addictive? Don't worry, the blood-draining mechanics are back, and they've been completely overhauled for the new generation. The core concept remains the same: drain blood from your enemies to unleash devastating abilities. But Code Vein 2 introduces what Bandai Namco calls a new build system. This means deeper customization than ever before. You can freely mix and match weapons, blood abilities, and combat styles to create builds that suit your exact playstyle. Want to be a lightning-fast assassin who drains blood and disappears into the shadows? Build for it. Prefer to be a blood-soaked berserker who tanks damage while unleashing area of effect carnage? The system's got you covered. The flexibility looks insane, and that's before we even factor in how time manipulation might affect combat encounters. Now, here's something that might disappoint longtime fans. None of the original characters are returning. Code Vein 2 takes place in an entirely new world with a fresh cast of companions. But before you grab your pitchforks, consider this. The buddy system that made the first game so special is getting a complete overhaul. Your AI companions aren't just damage dealers anymore, they're integral to both combat and the time manipulation mechanics. The developers have hinted that different companions might have different relationships with the timeline, potentially offering unique ways to approach the time travel puzzles. Imagine having a companion who can see echoes of the past, or another who can predict future consequences of your actions. The narrative possibilities are endless. Let's talk about what next-gen means for Code Vein 2. We're looking at a game built from the ground up for current-generation consoles, which means no more compromises for last-gen hardware. The environments look absolutely stunning in the brief footage we've seen. We're talking about detailed post-apocalyptic landscapes that shift and change as you manipulate the timeline. Loading times should be virtually eliminated thanks to SSD optimization, which is crucial for a game that's going to have you jumping between time periods constantly. The character animations look incredibly fluid, and there are hints of more complex enemy AI that can adapt to your time manipulation strategies. If an enemy learns your patterns in the present, how will that knowledge affect encounters when you travel to the past? Of course, with a 2026 release date, there's still a lot we don't know. Will there be co-op multiplayer like the first game? How extensive is the time manipulation system? Are we looking at two distinct time periods, or can we access multiple eras? The developers have been pretty tight-lipped about the specifics, but given that we're still a year out from release, that's not entirely surprising. What we do know is that Bandai Namco is positioning this as their big AAA release for 2026, which suggests they're putting serious resources behind it. There are also questions about how the timeline mechanics will affect speedrunning communities, completionist gameplay, and replay value. If every playthrough can potentially reshape the world in different ways, we might be looking at a game with virtually unlimited replayability. Here's why Code Vein 2 has me genuinely excited. It's not just another Souls-like trying to copy From Software's homework. It's a game that's taking the core concepts that work and building something genuinely innovative on top of them. The Souls-like genre has been dominated by games that either copy Dark Souls beat for beat or try to subvert expectations in ways that don't always work. Code Vein 2 looks like it's found that sweet spot. keeping the challenging combat and exploration that we love while adding mechanics that we've never seen before in this space. If the time manipulation system works as advertised, this could be the game that pushes the entire genre forward. Other developers are going to be watching this closely, and if it succeeds, we might see a whole new wave of innovation in action RPGs. So there you have it, everything we know about Code Vein 2 so far. A new world with time-hopping mechanics, enhanced blood-draining combat, next-gen visuals, and a 2026 release window that can't come soon enough.